Haha! Everybody's unmuted. Allegedly. Supposedly. Somebody say something.
But you're
Something.
saying enough.
Okay. Okay. So, uh... oh god. Hi, everybody. Welcome to what has finally happened after weeks and weeks of not happening. The very first session of the Iron Battalion. It's gonna be a wild ride. Gonna give a disclaimer that I don't really know what I'm doing, so if anything happens, or if the music is too loud, or the volume is too loud, please, God, let me know, and I'll fix it. Um, but yeah, how about everybody introduces who they are and who they are, and then we'll get this party started. We'll start with, I don't know, any, meeny, miny.
Izan will go first.
Oh, Izan's going first.
Izan is gonna go first. Izan is a 2.5-foot goblin. He's short, green skin, long ears, got a hood because apparently people don't like goblins even when they are raised in, civilized society. I don't know. People are jerks. Izan thinks they are rude, even though Izan does all that he can to fight for people. But yeah, that's Izan. He is a monk and fights with his fists, and sometimes lights come out of them.
Oh, fancy.
So, I just want to make one thing clear. You said introduce ourselves and then introduce ourselves. Is this a double talking kind of occasion? I am Lunshu, and I am kind of a big deal. I'm about 2.5 feet tall as well. Uh, Very diminutive in stature, but I make up for it with experience and expertise. I am a dragonborn, at least that's what people tell me, and I have kind of whitish hued scales with a little bit of blue tinge, and I frequently am clad in furs, and I carry around a trident of sorts, but what it's for I won't really tell you because it's not really important.
All right, who's next?
Well, hi there. I'm Tilkarin Brightspear. I'm about 5 foot tall, a high elf from the desert down that way a bit. Uh, don't matter exactly. Long blonde hair and tan skin from the sun. She's got some markings on her when she uses her magic. They're, they're fun. She also has some copper scales around her cheeks and her arms as well. Um, she's an alchemist by day, but she has her own magic.
Wow. All right. Who's next?
I'm guessing that would probably be me. My name is Giovanni Phineas Murgatroyd, and I'm a halfling. I'm about 3.25 tall, but you know what I lack in height, I make up for in personality. You know what I'm saying? So when you go out there and people are like, "Oh heavens, the Murgatroyd," they're talking about me and my family. So I know you've heard of us. I'm about See, I've got the light brown skin. I've got the blue eyes and the reddish hair. I'm a little portly around the center from too much ale, but ain't nobody worry about that. The ladies love it, and the guys do too. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm a wizard for hire. Whatever you need done, you need somebody to be a friend with you. You need something blowing up. You just come there. You just come to old Giovanni, and we'll see what we can do for you.
Beautiful.
Well,
Last but not least.
River is this non-remarkable female elf, covered with bugskins, her bow next to her. Not nearly as talkative as everyone else. She mostly sits there and glares, with slight anger towards whatever seems to be happening at this moment. Occasionally chuckles. Izan does make her laugh. Several tattoos are half exposed on the parts of her body. The most notable would be on her left arm, where a variety of rings, scars, and various bands work their way up, but stop somewhere around mid-bicep.
Okay. All right. So, all of you are part of the Iron Battalion. And the Iron Battalion is a mercenary guild. It's not a particularly popular mercenary guild. It's not really super, super big, but you make it work. And one of the lieutenants, Mira, she's a cleric of Cord. She kind of sent all of you little messages here and there throughout the week saying, we have a job. It's not that much, but needs to get done. Come on in. We'll talk about it within the week. And so that day comes. And all of you, I don't know if any of you have actually been on a project together in any way, shape, form, or fashion, because sometimes a project's just one person, sometimes a gig is 10 people. It just depends on who's around. And so all 5 of you are gathered up in front of this human cleric. She has black hair. She's rather tall, has a very strong nose, and a very easy smile, but she has very, very weary eyes. Yes? Oh.
No, I'm
Hi.
just saying hi. He's on
Oh,
saying hi.
yeah.
Hello.
Hi. The waving caught me off guard. The waving kind of, it's fine. So, thanks y'all for showing up. Y'all read the actual bounty, right? Like, I don't have to, it's fine. Basically, this guy, Billow, I think his name is, probably some sort of gnome, I guess, down in Sweetwater, says that there are giant wasps in his cellar, I think. I don't remember. Zakir has the paper. She'll be here in a few minutes. But they want the wasps gone, and they already paid us. So, just
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Would they like the building to continue standing when the wasps are gone?
Probably. I would, might ask them, just like be on the safe side, but considering it's a cellar of a building that I think they live in, so maybe don't.
I will, I'll skip packing that. It's fine.
Okay. Probably good. Yes, Izan?
Izan is Izan's name.
Mm-hmm.
Why are wasps in a cellar? Izan would like to know this, please.
I don't know. I have no idea. I just know that there are allegedly wasps in these cellars, and we've already gotten 125 gold pieces for this to happen. Y'all get 15 up front. I've already sent that to you, but you get 10 more after. You know? So, if there aren't wasps, find like a spider or something and squish it so that we can just, call it a day.
So I'm just to make sure I'm clear on this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So burning the place down does not count as getting rid of the wasps. Is that correct?
If it's a shack, I don't give a shit, right?
Oh.
But like, if they're physically living there, then maybe don't burn it. You're gonna have to check with them. There's nothing in the contract about not burning down the building. I'll just put it that way.
All right, that's duly noted. Thank you for that information.
Yep. So, any other questions? I don't expect this to be really hard. Apparently one of the teens has gone missing. One of the youths of the town is missing, so I don't think it has anything to do with the wasp, but they insist that it does. Yeah, you keep an eye out for a kid somewhere.
Are we contracted to find the child?
Absolutely not.
Izan will squish wasps, and Izan will find child.
Thank you, Izan.
I'm actually more of the opinion that you squash wasps rather than. What did you say? Wait, you said
Izan-
squish.
Yes, Izan said squish wasps.
Sorry, I wasn't paying much attention. I was caught up on this guy's name. Billow? Billow? Bellow?
Yeah. Billow. Billow Kagan.
That sounds like a made-up name. Is that...
That's why I think it's a gnome name. I'm pretty sure it's a gnome.
Right. Okay. Met a couple gnomes once.
Yeah, so the only thing that's important is that the wasps are gone, and if you find a nest, the nest is gone. That's all you really need to worry about. Any other questions before I bring Zakir over here? She's gonna have a great time with you guys.
How far is it?
It's about 3 days.
Why
3?
didn't they call a local exterminator?
Because allegedly they're giant.
So instead of this big, they're this big?
Much bigger if they're actually giant wasps.
I think wasps are more like this big, aren't they? Like Izan, like this?
Bigger or smaller than Izan?
Giant wasps are bigger.
Than Izan.
Yes.
I'll figure that part out later.
Okay.
Izan will figure it out later.
Any more questions? Going once. Going twice. All right. Good luck. I'll be here when you get back. And Zakir will be here in just a few minutes. And Mira is going to back up and then duck out of the tent. Real quick.
She's delightful.
Seems a little nervous to me.
Gio. Izan thinks
yeah.
your name's Gio, right?
Yeah, you can call me Gio, Giovanni, or Mr. Murgatroyd. Any of those will work, you know.
Izan thinks you look smart. Can Izan ask you something?
Yeah, sure. What do you got? What does Elon want to know?
Izan wants to know if giant wasps can be used as a mount.
I mean, probably if you can get the wasp to cooperate with you to let you ride it. But wasps are generally pretty angry sorts. So I mean, if you got like some magic powers, or you're really friendly with like the insect types, then maybe they'll let you ride it. Otherwise, they'll probably just try to put a stinger through your heart.
Izan will keep that in mind.
At that point, the tent flap behind you opens, and you see a rather short, another human. She is clad in ranger garb, has a big, gigantic bow on her back. Her black hair is done up in a bun, but the side of her head is completely shaved, and on the shaved portion there's a very, very long scar, which is probably why it's shaved, to be perfectly honest. And she looks at each one of you and just kind of shrugs. So, are y'all it? Are y'all the ones that were, like, gonna go... Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah?
We
Yeah, that's
saw
us.
the pamphlet, we grabbed the pamphlet, and we all came here.
Cool. Great. Alright. We got 3 days, so... I'm secure. I don't like to talk very much. I'm probably not going to do very much unless I absolutely have to. Please don't talk to me. That'd be great. But,
Alright then.
if you do talk, I'll probably talk back. Can't guarantee that part. But it's fine. Everybody all packed up?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm ready to go.
All right.
Izan is
peoples.
always ready.
Did you all bring things? I thought
Yeah.
this was just kind of like a meet and greet.
Oh no, I'm ready to go.
Izan has all equipment.
We can take, like,
Got it.
15 minutes if you need to, like, gather up all your shit.
Oh, no, no. I
I
always.
mean, I can drink a full ale in 15 minutes. I could probably drink 2 ales in 15 minutes. I mean,
Izan will get Tidbit, Izan's pony, and Izan will be ready to go.
Gee.
Okay.
Well, I just need to go grab a couple nets, and I'll be right back.
All right.
Where are we headed?
We're heading down south to Sweetwater. So, I've never been there. I think it's like 3 buildings wide, 6 buildings long. I don't think it's very big at all. But yeah, I'll see you guys in 15 minutes. And she's going to head towards the gate. Do y'all want to do anything before you set off?
can I grab a pint before we go?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Just go through and double check my quiver, make sure I have my arrows.
Okay.
To make sure I have a couple vials of acid.
It's the important part. Those
I'm an
vials of acid.
alchemist. Of course, I'm gonna have acid on me.
Absolutely. All right. So, this is a one shot. And you guys technically have like 3 days of travel. So we're just going to kind of skip most of it unless there are things that you guys would like to do. No one's really going to interfere with you. Your watches are quiet, maybe the lone like wolf off in the distance kind of thing.
Izan has a knife that screams if there's anything that comes that's not supposed to be here.
Out loud, like, so everyone can hear.
If Izan's sleeping and something come into camp, it scream.
Scream. Okay.
Lovely.
Okay.
Well, all right then. That's definitely a thing.
I don't think I've ever heard of a knife that's, screams, but hopefully we don't have to. Okay. All right. Anything else you guys would like to get done in the 3 days of travel to the little podunk hometown of Sweetwater? All right.
Karen would like to adopt Ezen as her son, but that's about it.
Izan definitely says hi to everybody and asks them their whole life story.
If you're patient enough, Karen will tell you, but it's a long one because she's old.
If you're not ready, Izan will wait and come back to Tilkarin last.
Okay.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. So, 3 days of relatively easy travel. No storms. Weather's nice. You guys, who has the highest passive perception? Anybody above a 15? I can't hear you, River.
You're muted on Zoom there, River.
I have a 15.
Haha, you have a 15. Does anybody have higher than a 15? Okay, good to know. Good to know.
Oh no!
There are a lot of character sheets in my D&D campaign, so I don't look at y'all's beforehand, but good to know. So, River, you're the one that sees it first. Which is not a surprise, because that's not the music we want. Not a surprise, because everybody's talking, and you don't really like to talk. So you're trying to find anything to not have to engage. You see the first building. And as you all come in, this is a very, very evidently a very, very small town. Sweetwater has a very small creek running through it. It does look very clean and refreshing. But their biggest export seems to be potatoes. It's not really, it's the kind of place where people went to because that was pretty much the only place that they went to. And they didn't leave because there was nowhere else to go. So, you guys, as you walk into Sweetwater, these buildings are, I wouldn't say ramshackle. They're very well loved. Put it that way. Very well loved. Very clearly cared for, but also there's not a lot of money in this town, which makes you wonder how and why they would send so much money to get these giant wasps out of a cellar. Zakir's estimation was not completely wrong. There is about, I would say, 20 buildings in the whole town, including the general store and the tavern and various houses. As you walk in, you see there are a lot of gnomes. There are a lot of halflings and the general smattering of humans, because they're everywhere, frankly. And they definitely look at you kind of funny for about half a second. And then realization comes across their faces and they all start whispering. Little kid, just like, until the mom's like, no, shh, shh, shh. And the kid like hides behind the legs and peeks out and waits a little bit. What do you guys do as you walk into this quiet potato town?
Why's everybody whispering? Everybody acting all like they ain't never seen nobody coming to the town before. Everybody being all quiet and shy and shit. I mean,
Oh, it might just be the fact that we're quite imposing, yeah?
We're looking for Billow.
Billow.
Direct.
Billow Kagan?
That way. That way. And a human woman points like eastward behind the tavern. Yeah. As you walk past the tavern, it's called the Little Spud. It is also very tiny. Very tiny. Oh shoot.
So perfect size.
I agree.
Do you think he's Billow's in the Little Spud? They pointed this way, right? They didn't say specifically where he was. Should I go in and check?
Possibly past.
I mean,
No.
I can
So-
zip around a little bit on my broom and see what I can see if I can find him.
You ride your broom? Is they coming?
I mean, you saw me riding it for the last 3 days. Do you think I'm gonna walk? What's wrong with you? Do you see these legs? These legs are not the legs of a person who walks places. I mean, really.
Well, they're pretty fine legs, if I have to say so.
You coming on to me? I mean, we can deal with that later, but right now we need to find this person.
Right on, right on.
Meanwhile, Takarin's just going straight in, and I'm gonna actually ask someone closer to where he is, where Billow Kragans is.
So you go up to the bar?
Yeah.
The bar is manned by a gnome. A fairly old gnome. He's got a very, very large beard. Can't quite tell if he looks old because of the beard, or if it's in spite of the beard, because it is a very large beard. And there are gray streaks in it, but you know, people's beards come in weird things. You're not quite sure. He's just cleaning a cup. It looks
Why,
like
hello, sir. I'm looking for Billow Kragans.
Kragans.
That's the name I was using.
Kaggans. You mean
Kragans. My-
Billow Kaggans.
My apologies.
Yeah, I think he's the one with the wasps I don't know what this accent is. It's fine. I had it and it's gone now. Yeah, I'm pretty nope, it's gone. It's fine. I'm just gonna talk in my normal voice and we're just gonna see what happens. So you find out that his house is about three houses behind the tavern. And that sometimes he swears he can hear buzzing at night. Swear it on his mother's grave. he hears buzzing at night.
Why, thank
Allegedly.
you for that information. I will put a silver on the table, and I will leave without talking to anybody else. And then I'll obviously go outside. And
Okay.
back to the boat. I do believe we want 3 houses down that road.
Start walking that way.
Well, all right. It's not hard. It's the last house. You get the 3rd house. There's no more houses. It's just potato fields. That's it. That's all there is. So, it looks like the rest of the houses, the doors probably was red once upon a time. Maybe. Probably some kind of brown now. Yeah. Who knocks on the door? All right.
So, should I just bust down the door? If there are wasps in here, maybe we should just get the jump on them.
Moonshoe, that.
No, I'm knocking, and I will say, I think it's best to try and see if we can talk first.
Hey, I didn't know you could talk to wasps, but if that's how you want to handle this, then go for it.
Supposedly the wasps are downstairs.
Well, I don't know where they like to stay, but they're unwelcome guests, so I'm sure that they're just crawling all over the house.
Well, if nothing else, nobody will answer the door, and then we can just bust it down, and then there will be wasps over there.
All right, so you knock on the door. And it's a very small house, so you would expect the door to be answered relatively quickly. It's not. You wait almost 2 minutes before you hear swearing in the vicinity of the interior. And then suddenly the door swings open, and you see what you presume to be Bill O'Kagan. He is a gnome, and he looks like he was wrestling with an owlbear. His hair is all over the place. He is covered in dirt, and he looks a little crazy. To be kind of honest, he looks a little out there. And he squints his eyes at all of you and goes, I'm gonna try for a voice again. I don't know if it's gonna work. Nope, not gonna happen. So, he looks at all of you, and then he looks to Tilkarin, who I assume is the one closest to the door. And he says, y'all here for the wasps?
Oh, why, yes.
Izan is here to swish wasps.
Thank fuck. I can't sleep. Just buzzing. All night long. Just non-stop goddamn buzzing.
Izan would also like to know if this Billow Kaggins has actually been wrestling with an owlbear.
No. Why would I wrestle with an owlbear? Its leg weighs as much as I do.
I believe what Izan is trying to say is you look a little rough there, like you maybe need some medical attention or maybe a bath. I don't know. I mean, if that's how you live your life, then you do you, man. I mean, I'm not here to judge or anything. You know what I'm saying?
Well, excuse you.
Izan wants to know if Billow is injured.
And he does a real quick, pat down, just to, check head, shoulders, knees, and toes style. A little Macarena in there. Nope, I'm fine. Nope, good to go.
Alright, cool. That's good.
My good man, could you point us to where the basement door is so that we might be able to address your wasp situation? Also, I've heard that wrestling owlbears is great cardio exercise, yeah? So, for those of you looking for a new way to maybe bulk up, I would suggest it, yeah?
Yeah.
Just spitballing some ideas. Sorry,
I'll,
didn't mean to speak out of turn.
Y'all
Oh,
are
yeah.
here for the wasps, right?
Yeah, we're here. We're definitely here for the wasps.
Izon
Okay.
here for wasps. Izon is
Great.
going to tie up Tidbit and make sure she does not eat your spuds.
Yeah, nope, that'd be real bad. You'd have to pay for each potato that went missing. Yeah, because I count them every morning.
You count your potatoes before
Every single
you
one.
harvest?
Mm-hmm.
Izon thinks that sounds like it's good business.
Damn Skippy. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Seems like a lot of sunk labor costs. Never mind. Elves think of longevity.
Mm-hmm.
Where are the bugs?
The bugs. The wasps are down in the cellar. Now I only have an outdoor door to the cellar. It's round back. So if you'll follow me, and his knees don't bend very well. So as he walks, there is that general like back and forth motion. Oop, it's fine. I'm really good at these things that I do. I lost my train of thought. It's fine. He walks back and forth a bit because his knees are old. And he leads you around to the back of the building where there is your traditional cellar door. Two doors that open outwards. And he points down there. And he says, "Yep. They mostly buzz at night. It's real annoying because I sleep at night. If you happen to see my lazy kid down there, it's been down there for like 4 days. Kind of need his help with the potatoes. Just send him back up, please."
You, is it good practice to leave your offspring down with giant wasps? I'm not.
I'm not looking down there.
Is it a survival
They're
exercise?
giant wasps.
How long has he been down there, Dawn?
About 4 days.
All right. Well, if your kid is still alive after 4 days of being trapped with a bunch of giant wasps, well, make sure to tell him that you're looking for him. But I'm making no promises on finding him alive. We're not getting really paid for that, so you know.
Once I heard about a young child that was raised by wolves. Maybe, after 4 days, this boy is also being raised by wasps. Maybe the buzzing is the sun trying to communicate with the good old dead. Yeah.
Shit, I hope not. Loud enough as it
They're
is.
wasps.
What?
Wasps? I don't know. All right. So
The wasps are downstairs. I already told you.
No.
Right. So-
Izon said were-wasps.
Yeah, they're down. They're in the
like
cellar.
werewolf, but wasps.
I think what he's
Oh,
trying to say, lycanthropic wasps.
The wasps are in this here cellar. Should I just and is it like wooden doors with iron handles or whatnot?
Yes. Yeah.
Perfect. I kick it in.
Hey, what? Hey, make a strength check. No, you know what? Athletics.
Oh, yeah, okay. I think I can deal with it. Oh, that's only a 7 plus 6. That's a 13.
13.
Yeah.
So you definitely splinter the door. They're still there because they were made out of good solid wood, 50 years ago. But you definitely do damage to the door, and you can kind of see inside a little bit. Billow, however, did not like that. You hear a lot of very loud cursing, and then, "What the hell did you do that for?"
You see what he did there was it's a tactic. What we do is we try to scare anything that might be down there, so we can see if we can hear it down there, or maybe even scare it out before we go in. That's all he was trying to do. Like, it's a precautionary thing. Before you enter a place, you always like kind of kick the door a little bit, and kind of shake things up and make some loud noises and unnecessary damage.
Roll a deception check with advantage.
Not bad, not bad. That's a 21.
Yeah, all right. Makes sense, I guess. I'll get Larry from down the street to replace it for me. He owes me a little bit.
Yeah, it was making a man-sized hole for your kid to crawl through. I thought maybe if they were still alive, they could see the hole and crawl through. Hey, boy, you down there? Your papa's up here. He's looking for you. Do you think that's convincing?
Izan will help find smaller child.
So, who wants to go down into the dark cellar filled with giant wasps first? I'm volunteering, not me.
Izan will go.
I'll go with you.
Izan thanks you, River.
All right, well, thanks. Good luck. Please don't die. And at least kill the wasp before you do. Thanks.
Tidbit likes scritches on her rump.
Noted. Waddles back up to the front of the house.
Before I go down, I'm going to cast Mage Armor on myself.
Okay.
I'd like to draw my my war pick and finish smashing in this door.
Okay.
Can't leave a job half done.
Just roll a d20 for me real quick.
It's a 10.
It's a 10. All right. It only takes you a few swings to get the left side of the door pretty much gone.
Yeah, just like boarding the ship back in the old days. Yeah.
Yes.
What?
Well, I suppose you probably could have just opened it.
Well, I suppose, but wasps don't care. And he said he'd get his friend to help fix it, so no harm done.
Okay.
Izan goes in. Izan drags River.
River follows.
There is a little goblin hand taking your hand. You will accept it.
It's a little far of a reach, but it's... yes, she'll accept it. Other hand, she pulls out her dagger just because it looks like tight quarters for a bow.
Giovanni, would you like to go in next? Or would you, Tilcorin? Or would you like me to go down on midpoint?
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go in last. I'm very small and very, how do I put this? I'm not exactly fragile, but I'm too smart to go in there first.
That's fair. I hear what you're saying. I don't think you're that small, but that's fine. I will defer to Tilcorin then, and I will adjust based on that.
Darling, by all means, you can go first.
Perfect. I will
Besides,
make sure that...
I can see over all of you.
Oh, yeah, that's a height joke. Got it. Okay.
That was
Observation. Yes.
Yes, it was not a joke, more of an observation of tactics.
Speaking of being able to, see over us, can you actually see in the dark down there?
Why, yes, Geo, I can.
All right, just making sure, because I cannot, so I'm going to have to produce some lights for myself.
Oh, yeah. That's a good plan. I will start hopping down the stairs, but these are gnome stairs, so I'm sure the stairs are built for someone of my size.
All right. So, River and Izan. Izan, can you see in the dark?
Izan has dark vision, yes.
Beautiful. So if both of you would make me perception checks, please.
Ooh, that's not terrible.
Ooh.
19.
14.
Okay. Uh, pretty good, pretty good. So, the first thing that strikes you as you go into this dark cellar, you see that there are plenty of torches and little sconces and things. But it looks like it's bigger than the house. It definitely looks like a storage cellar. And at first glance, it does. It goes beyond the bounds of the house above it. And there are little dividers and things. It's for a gnome family, so the dividers, River, you're like, about waist high. But yeah, it's pretty big. It's pretty big. You don't see any wasps, though.
Is it a bare earth floor?
Yes.
Okay.
Packed earth.
Factor.
And not a floor made of bears.
Correct. Important distinction, thank you.
Wasps, Billow Kagan's child, offspring. Where are you? Izon would like to know.
You don't hear anything back? You don't hear anything back?
Izan, do you speak Wasp? I feel like that might be heavily accented.
Izon speaks more than one language. Impossible not to have an accent.
It's fair.
I would like to start looking for any tracks or any signs of where the wasps may be or have gone.
All right. Make an investigation check.
Oh, that was wonderful. That was just awesome. That was a 4.
Beautiful. I love it. This is a very old cellar, so even though the floor is earth, it's still very packed earth. And as messy as Billow seemed to be above ground, it seems that he keeps a very neat, at least, storage situation. You don't really see much. You can see, like, the paths that are most commonly tread, but nothing to really indicate who or what or where recently.
Well, it does make sense. Wasps don't walk, they do fly.
It's true.
Hey, Dungeon Master. It's a little dark down here for me, so I would like to make a string of dancing lights, just kind of, 10 foot in front of each other, one just going, like, out in front of me and, like, kind of going around the group to, like, illuminate this basement.
All right, as the dancing lights pop up around the cellar and light everything up, you do see lots of little small, like, candle sconces, a big old torch here and there, and lots of potatoes. Lots of potatoes. The dividers that you thought you saw, River, were actually just piles of potatoes. And there are dressers, not dressers really, but shelves along all of the walls. There is a small desk in the corner. Emphasis on the small desk in the corner. The desk itself looks very messy, but the potatoes are lined up with precision.
Dungeon Master.
Mm-hmm.
You said there's a lot of potatoes down here. Are there perchance any potatoes fermenting in a barrel, maybe making a hearty liquid out of them?
Make a investigation check, sir.
All right. 16.
16. You know what these things look like. And as you walk around, you do, in fact, see 3 small barrels tucked on the lower shelf of one of the shelving units back in the far corner.
Oh yeah. That looks like it could be dangerous. I'm gonna investigate this a little further.
Just be careful in the dark corner. Yeah? There could be wasps hiding in there. Be sure to inspect the barrels before you open them. Listen for any buzzing. And, oh look, a disc. Are the potatoes in the disc? I'd like to open the disc.
All right, you open the desk, and it's full of horribly, horribly written ledgers.
Oh,
Like
these aren't potatoes.
I'm talking chicken scratch. However, almost in exact opposition of how terribly written they are impeccably ordered. And you see that these papers go back almost 40 years. That's about it.
Quick question, DM.
Answer.
What time of day did we enter the basement?
It was late afternoon.
Okay. Now the potatoes you said are all organized and stacked in a sense.
Mhm.
Are there any stacks that would say be large enough to hide a body? Just for reference size, that's all.
Maybe not your body.
But
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of potatoes in here, dude.
I'm just going to grab one random potato and I'm just going to chuck it as hard as I can at one of the larger piles of potatoes. Just to see if something gets aggravated and stirs up from it.
Do me a favor and just make an attack roll.
Okay. Strength or dex?
I would say dex, since you are aiming for
Okay, that'd be a 24.
24.
Izan wanted to know if River was proficient in potato chucking.
Well, with the 24 attack roll, you aim for one of the larger piles of potatoes. And if you were bowling, it would almost be a strike. Very, very close. Very, very close. Potatoes go everywhere. And some of them go everywhere with enough velocity that more potatoes go everywhere and you cause a little bit of a mess. When I say a little bit, I mean a lot of a mess. You do not find any bodies under the potatoes, though. You also, none of the potatoes jump up and attack you yet.
And no giant wasps jump out from what might have been a
No.
nest hiding in. Okay, that was...
No, you do hear a buzzing sound, though.
Izan
Everybody
would like,
watch out. There's a sputtlelanch.
Clean up aisle basement, right? That's a
Izan-
bit of grocery humor.
Izan gonna go walk around and look. Izan is fast.
Mm-hmm.
Izan will run around and look.
You see lots of potatoes. However, you also hear buzzing.
Where is this buzzing coming from?
It's kind of hard to pinpoint. It does sort of seem like it's originating from around where the you bowled for potatoes. But in the process of bowling for potatoes, it's sort of... So, the casks are in the far right corner. The desk is in the far left corner. And you threw from, I would say, around the desk into the, like, middle right. And that's generally where the buzzing seems to be coming from. You would also notice, and all of you are generally starting to hear some buzzing as well.
Izan hears the bzzz.
Oh yeah.
Bzzz.
But
How's that go one more time, Izan?
Bzzz.
Ah, okay, okay. Just making sure.
I am
You-
practicing. Izan's practicing hello.
Do you hear the accent as well?
And yeah, it's a little like you're a little nasally towards the end, you know.
Yeah.
So, does
Where
anybody...
exactly is the sound coming from?
Sound is coming from... It seems like it's coming from where River threw her potato, which is middle right. Of the
Is it
cellar.
bare earth still there?
Yes.
Or is it on it?
It didn't
Can I send
reveal anything.
Can I send my dancing lights to kind of hover around that little area over there?
Sure.
I would like to use mold earth to clear away the earth. Just dig a nice little hole there.
Okay. All right. You make a very nice, neat hole in the dirt.
Is anything revealed?
No. But you definitely still hear the buzzing.
I'd imagine the way Tilkarin does this is kind of like slightly like water bending, only it's like little dirt particles just floating in a cloud in the air.
Mhm.
After she lifts it up, realizes that there's nothing that was uncovered there, she will essentially just mold it back in like it was never gone.
Wonderful.
Is this one buzz, or is this the sound of a swarm of thousands of things buzzing?
Definitely sounds like more than one thing buzzing, but it's not
Okay.
super loud.
But just coming from that general area, huh?
Roundabouts. Roundabouts. Who all's over there?
I'm
How
going
high-
that way.
How high is the ceiling?
The ceiling is about 7 feet.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sometimes, if it's in really good seasons, they stack the potatoes real high.
Hmm.
It's a workplace hazard, but, you know.
Gotta have room in the root cellar.
I don't think there's an OSHA in San Maria.
Yeah, like wood on the ceiling, like
Yes.
floorboards, or
Yeah.
okay.
Izan will come back to the group if traversing the potatoes reveals nothing.
Who all's in the area of the knocked over potato pile? Buzzing.
That's where I'm going.
That's where you're going? Alright, so we got Izan. Tilkarin's already there. River is on the way. Giovanni is having fun with his potato juice. And Lunshu is still at the desk, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll probably grab those ledges and see. They're chicken scratch. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe in Gnomish or something. Maybe someone else can read them. Yeah. So I have them, and I'll tuck them in my breast pocket.
Alright,
and see
alright.
what happens.
Wonderful. So Izan, Tilkarin, and River, I need all three of you to make initiative checks for me real quick.
Initiative checks.
Initiative rolls. Roll for initiative.
Totally
Initiative,
for role-playing
initiative,
purposes.
something initiative.
That'd be a 16.
16?
I got a natural 20.
Hey!
1.
Izan?
19.
Close. Okay, so the buzzing for you, Tilkarin, gets really surprisingly loud. And Izan, as you watch, and River, as you approach, Tilkarin, you are assaulted by a swarm of wasps. They are normal-sized wasps, however. And I feel like it won't take much to get rid of them. What would you like to do to dispel this swarm of wasps?
Well, of course, my immediate reaction is an acid splash. So, till Karin sees the wasp cloud come towards her face, and she instinctively puts up her hands, and around where the dragon scales are on her forearms, some acid just starts essentially spraying out of it.
Well, alright. It's not hard. They're wasps. Like, they're wasps. So you get just about all of them in one acid spray. Right around then, Giovanni and Lunchu, you start hearing buzzing yourselves, but it's coming from between you.
Mr. Murgatroyd?
Yeah, I'm hearing it too.
Oh, good. I was afraid I was hearing something. What do you suppose it might be?
Well, we're down here to take care of wasps, so either you drank some of this fine potato juice that I've got over here, or it's probably wasps.
I did not, so that would make it wasps.
Would you two be so kind as to roll initiative for me?
Oh, but of course. That is a whopping 13 there for Giovanni.
Mm.
I rolled a natural 20
Oh,
for a total of 20.
I really hope you guys roll these when it matters. All right,
we won't.
Lunchu. You are assaulted by a very, very angry swarm of regular wasps. What would you like to do to dispel these wasps? Disperse.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I've got these ledges in my hands, yeah?
Mhm.
I'd like to roll them up and start swatting them with these papers, yeah?
Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack roll with proficiency for me, just to like. I think that's what all attack rolls are. It's fine. Just roll with proficiency and dexterity.
Dexterity?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, that's great. I love it.
Yeah.
With my proficiency bonus, that's a 16.
16. Okay. So, Giovanni, you watch as Lunchu rolls up this ledger and wields it like he's been wielding it his entire life, and just starts dancing around the desk, swatting and swiping and slapping at wasps. And within seconds, there is no more wasp swarm.
Did you
I'm
see
sure
that?
that is some damn good work there. Like, you did that super fucking fancy and shit, you know? Like, you rolled that up and you just started like swiping it around. You look good. I can see why you're done here for this.
Thank you, Mr. Murgatroyd. I wasn't expecting to have to kill teeny wasps. I hope those weren't the giant ones. Otherwise, this job seems like a pretty easy showing. Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, I came down here prepared for giant wasps, so it's probably better you did that than what I was gonna have to do. You know what I'm saying? The things might have got a little heated.
I don't understand what you're saying, but I will take your word for it.
Tilkarin friend,
Why?
Izon wants to know if you are okay. You don't get rashes from when you get stung, right?
Well, darling, I didn't
You don't
get
swell.
stung.
Okay. Izon is relieved.
She pats her shoulder. I'm glad you're okay as well, darling.
Izon's a little sad that there's no large wasps.
Well, are there any other exits to this room that anyone's found?
What's going on with the dog?
Mm,
Inside or outside?
well, we're just gonna do that real quick. Okay. Has anyone noticed any exits? Not really. Seems like there is just one door. I mean, would y'all like to look around?
I would like to find the hole that they sprung up from. There's
All
likely
right.
a small underground nest.
Okay. Okay. Make an investigation check.
12.
12. Okay, so as you're looking around, you do hear more faint buzzing here and there that you assume is from more normal wasps. You don't necessarily find... You don't find any wasp nests. Like, even in the corners. Like, clearly there's a wasp problem in this cellar. But these normal wasps aren't really buzzing loud enough to justify the little spud 3 doors down hearing it at night, allegedly. But yeah, no, you don't find any wasp nests.
Curious.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, everyone. DM, you said there were shelves? Yeah.
Yes.
Everyone, do you think maybe there might be something behind the shelves? Yeah. Maybe we can move some shelves? Yeah. These potatoes may be on the shelves, but potatoes don't need to worry about the shelves being moved, yeah?
Izan can help move shelves.
I'd like to shoulder I'd like to get a shoulder under one of the bottom shelves
Okay.
on a shelf unit and lift up, yeah, and then just kind of throw it aside.
Okay.
Izan would like to help.
Now, do you do this with every bookshelf or just you picking a bookshelf at random?
I will pick a bookshelf at random. Yeah.
All right. Roll me a D100.
It's the two ones that
Look
Yeah.
almost exactly the same, yeah.
and that's a 57.
57. Okay. So,
Pretty average.
it is pretty average. It is pretty average. The first shelf you move, nothing behind it but bare wall. Do you move another shelf?
Well, I will probably continue while everyone else decides what they're doing, but I suppose it's fine to assume I will just start eating shelves. Yeah.
Izan thinks Lunshu is very smart and very capable. Izan is following Lunshu's lead.
So, second bookshelf, you do find something. It is not what you're expecting, though. It looks like somebody about 30 years ago carved out a hole and was hiding some from parental supervision in this hole. Looks to be antiques. But that's something that you find behind the second bookshelf.
Mr. Murgatroyd, look, we found these, and I hold it up.
Izan wants to know what those are.
What do you suppose these are for? Do you think it attracted the wasps?
Somehow I doubt that. You should let me hold on to those and investigate.
Very informative pamphlets, Giovanni. Very informative.
Yeah.
Oh, there's great pictures in here. Yeah.
Izan looks through a couple and flips through. They must be coal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just hold on to these for future reference material. Was there anything else in that hole?
If you look in the hole, there's a pretty neat looking pocket knife, and a really old whistle. Looks like this was some teenage boy's little hidey hole for things when he was working in the cellar. But
We'll take the whistle, and I will offer the knife to whoever wants it. Yeah.
I grab it.
Enjoy. It looks blunt and dull as hell, but I'm sure you can sharpen it. Yeah.
Hey, a river, Lunshu. Through all the moving of shelves and the searching through things, have you guys found any way that the wasps could have appeared down here by any chance? So, I know, and Tilquine, I'm sure you know this too, that sometimes some of the magic users, they can make like swarms of insects appear using magic. Do you think maybe that could have been done somehow? So, like, you seen like any like evidence of that maybe?
Well, you wouldn't be able to see it. There's no residue when people do things like that. It happens, and then when the spell is over, then it's done.
How many more bookshelves are there to yeet?
There are about 15. Do you keep eating?
Lunshu.
I'm going to continue looking for other entrances and exits or hidey holes.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check.
That's a 1.
Oh no.
Yeah, no.
It's okay. You get
Fine.
sidetracked in the stacking of the potatoes because it's meticulous, but also makes no logical sense. But it's done consistently, so you're really intrigued at how.
You know, when you kind of unfocus your eyes a little bit, they look like beautiful copper scales.
It's true.
You're right.
I shoulder another bookshelf. I prefer mine silver, yeah, and throw it. And I'm a little partial to the silver because that's what I am, yeah? You saw it in my scales, right?
Well, perhaps silver's not everybody's color, darling.
No, it's my color.
Yes, well, copper is mine, and I touch the scales on my cheek.
Oh, you have half scales, yeah?
I have some scales, yes.
That's a neat trick.
She has some just on her cheeks, under her eyes, and then also on her forearms.
Are those part of your... You're not covered in them all the way. Where'd you get those, yeah? Hucks another bookshelf.
Oh, well, you know, they grew as I did.
Ah, yeah, alright. Like horns. And I point at my curving horns at the top of my head. They grow with you as you get
Yes.
bigger, yeah? Alright.
And something like that.
Oh, they're great. I love them.
I'm helping Lunshu huck these cases, probably with more difficulty than he is.
It's fine. So, third bookshelf, nothing. Right? Fourth bookshelf, definitely something. As you shift the fourth bookshelf, it is not, in fact, another hidey hole for a different child. This one is actually I would say, a large dwarf-sized hole. And as you move the bookshelf away, the farther you move it, suddenly you guys can hear very, very substantial buzzing. And Lunshu, I'm going to need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh, yeah. Hey, look, everyone. I found a dwarf-sized hole. Maybe we can go in here. That's going to be a 10.
Okay.
Is this with proficiency and no? Oh, dex check. Nope, that's a 10. Yeah.
Okay. So, with a, why did that happen? All of a sudden the music stopped because I clicked away. That's stupid. It's fine. I know how to make, I know what I'm doing. This is fine. So, with a 10, you said, was your dexterity check?
Yeah,
Okay.
10. You're doing great.
Thanks. With a 10, you take 3 points of piercing damage as a very, very, very large stinger grazes past your face and starts gesturing wildly and stabbing wildly. It's very loud. There is a giant wasp on the other side of this hole.
I think I found the wasps, yeah? And I'm just gonna, like, start pulling the bookshelf back.
Hey,
Do we need time to, strategize?
I mean, if you want, I was just gonna ask you to move out of the way, and then I was gonna, so
Wait.
DM.
Wait, Izan needs to fly with Giovanni, though. I have my rope in my hand.
Oh, yeah, I'm not actually gonna fly. I'm gonna look inside that hole, and I'm gonna create a bonfire.
Oh, yeah.
But,
I'll open it a crack for you, Mr. Murgatroyd. It'll be perfect.
And there we go.
Oh.
All right, Giovanni, what are you doing at the wasp?
Inside the hole, I'm just gonna create a bonfire.
Oh,
It's a cantrip.
okay.
That's exactly what I was gonna do, dude. That's great.
You can never
Go
have too
for
many
it,
bonfires,
Tony.
yeah?
Get it.
But
Beautiful.
Izan needs a flying friend.
So anything that's inside there will need to make a dexterity saving throw of 15.
Dexterity saving throw. Well, it rolled real well. That'll be an 18.
Alright. So it only takes 6 points of damage.
Only
from the,
6
bonfire.
points of damage. All right.
Ooh, it's a good fire you got going in there. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll last for about a minute too.
Oh, cool.
Hmm.
Or until I lose concentration on it.
What would make you lose concentration? Yeah.
Getting drunk, something pretty walking by.
Okay. Those are both
Getting
reasonable.
Izan wants to know how you've been able to keep concentration this whole time.
Yeah, because everybody here is so pretty. Yeah, I see what you're doing there, Izani, and it's been real hard, but I got a lot of practice.
Izan's impressed.
Yeah, how you doing over there, River? Yeah. Like him talk.
Just rushes.
What do y'all do?
Would you all like me?
Can I actually see the wasp?
Did you move the bookshelf back?
I opened it a crack. Yeah.
Opened it a crack. The wasp is gone. Fire happened. There's a bit of a burning smell. There was a really strange strangled bug sound. And the wasp is no longer visible. You do see the fire through the crack, though.
Okay.
Izan wants to go in. Excuse Izan Lunshu.
Can I
Do you
just
need another?
look in real quick?
Sure. How big is the bonfire, Giovanni?
There's a 5-foot cube, and the bonfire ignites flammable objects in its area that aren't being worn or carried.
5-foot cube. All right. So, right now, as Lunshu moves the bookshelf further, pretty much all of the space for this hole is taken up by fire at this point in time. What you can try and see through the flames, it does look like there is more space beyond where the fire is.
Look, through the fire and flames. More space beyond it. And I just huck the bookshelf.
Oh, did you
Izan
use
is
your,
ready.
Do you use your Dragon Force to do that?
No, I did not. But I see what you're doing there.
Alright, I'll
Geo.
drop concentration on the fire.
Okay. As you drop concentration on the fire and the flames go out, Tilkarin, you have dark vision. You can see this is, it looks like a tunnel. Like a very large tunnel. The tunnel does not end where the bookshelf is. It looks to be sort of naturally made. Maybe by some old burrowing creature decades and decades and decades ago that by coincidence missed the door to the door. Missed the wall to this cellar. And if you should happen to stick your head through, there would be a lot of buzzing on the left and silence on the right.
Buzzing, but no wasps visible.
No. But it's very loud.
Okay, cool.
As soon as the bonfire's dropped, Izan walks in, rope out, following the buzzing.
Izan, I hate
Izan
to
stops.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I really don't think you're gonna be able to ride a wasp.
Not with a piece of rope, yeah? Here, I hold out a net. Perhaps you can wrangle yourself one with a net? Yeah?
Izan knew you were smart, but you got big brain.
I've heard that
Is-
before, yeah?
Oh,
You'll help Izan?
No, I'll just give you the net.
Izan doesn't know how to use a net, but Izan will try.
You throw it.
Izan will take the net.
Perfect. If you miss with the first one, I got another one, yeah? You just gotta ask.
Izan thanks you, Lunshu. And we'll keep. Izan keeps going.
I will start walking behind.
Oh.
Darling, just so you know, if you miss with the first net, you might want to run fast.
Izan's only gonna catch one, and then pew pew, and 2 light bolts come out of my hands off into the distance.
You're gonna
Squish
shoot
the rest.
sparklers at them?
I don't. Izan doesn't know what they are, but they hurt.
Well, then maybe you shouldn't do it, yeah?
No, they don't hurt Izan. They hurt bugs. Other things.
Well, if you capture one and hurt its friends, do you think the bug will want to be your friend?
Izan's smart. Izan speak Wasp now. Izan is good at talking.
Yes, dear. Whatever you say.
So what are y'all doing?
Wondering if we get her cut, if we get Izan's cut of the pay if this goes poorly.
No. That is part of the contract that you signed when you entered the Iron Battalion, is that you do not get a larger cut if less people survive.
Yeah,
If
maybe
if
I should have read that.
if less people survive, the guild itself gets the extra gold.
Very well.
Okay.
Dwarf-sized hole?
Yep.
The dwarf-sized hole, yeah?
I regret. It's nothing to do with dwarves. It's fine.
So I'll be in the back of where of this whenever we start going in there, because I'm assuming that's what's gonna happen. I'll be back here. I'm gonna investigate this this small barrel a little bit more.
Elves, watch your heads.
So once you get through the hole, the tunnel actually has an 8-foot diameter. It's roughly sort of circular. Definitely looks like something like tunneled through it. But it's actually taller than lower, and therefore taller than the cellar.
Oh, good.
Pretty big dwarf, yeah?
Well, with the extra room, I will gladly take my bow and ready an arrow, since I'm sure Izan will do wonders in pulling them out for us.
Izan, I still hear that accent. You might want to still work on it, but you're doing great. Go ahead. Range up.
Buzz.
Up ahead. No, that's just kind of condescending now, I think.
Izan continues on buzzing with a net and rope.
All right, give me a marching order real quick.
I think I'm in front.
Izan's first.
Yeah. Who's
Second.
okay? Are you behind Izan? Next to
15
Izan?
feet. 15 feet back.
15 feet back. Noted.
We'll be kind of next to River and turn around occasionally to make sure everyone else is coming, except for Mr. Murgatroyd, who I know is taking a moment to examine barrels that smell good. I saw him sniffing them a lot, so...
All right. Tilkarin,
Til-
Giovanni?
Yeah, I guess Tokarin's probably next, or she'd try to be behind Giovanni because she can see over him.
I mean, that's fine. If you want to take the ready back, I'll be in front of you. I'm not gonna argue with you looking over my shoulder. I mean, it's not even looking over my shoulder, you're looking over my head, but I mean, that's fine.
Well, darling, I just don't want to get in your way.
If you do want to get in my way, we can talk about that later. Anyway, let's keep going.
We certainly will, sir.
All right. As you guys go towards the buzzing in this very dark tunnel, Izan, bound and determined to get a wasp mount. We're going to take a break. So, get up, stretch, hydrate, talk to your friends, socialize. We're going to put on some pretty awesome people with this pretty awesome ads, including the person below me might have an advertisement in this break. We'll see. She makes some pretty nice hats. But anyway, we will be back in about 5 to 10 minutes.
Oh baby, I love your madness.
Welcome to our Patreon. Here on Open for Adventure, we are making high quality Dungeons and Dragons content, folks. We have a great big world to share with you, and by becoming a patron, you can help us explore and expand upon this adventure. With your support, we can invest in more amazing artwork, better mics, fancy cameras, and overall stream quality. Not to mention, help us get some amazing new merch that we can use for giveaways. What do you get by becoming a patron? I'm so glad you asked. Let's take a look at the different levels and give you a sneak peek at what you can get at each tier. Did you know that the family of the First Lord Theo, the leader of the rebellion against the Empire, actually invented firearms nearly 25 years prior to the current campaign? The designs for this high-tech weapon are the Delaney family's best-kept secret. Also, they were originally invented by the late First Lady Victoria, Theo's mother. Access to lore leaks like this is what you can expect from the first tier, written in blog-style posts after each weekly session. Ever wondered what goes on off-camera? The next 3 tiers give you exactly that. With Stolen Moments, you can get access to text-based roleplay moments, highlighting experiences that don't make it onto the stream, like Leona's training session with Ray and Asmrin. Stolen Moments Plus gives you access to roleplay moments featuring our guests, non-player characters, and historical figures, featuring the likes of Marshall, Annalena, and even the Empress herself. And Roleplay Addiction takes us to a whole other level. This tier gives you exclusive 30-minute videos of canon interactions not otherwise seen on stream, like late-night drunken interactions between paladins or tender moments featuring your favorite character ships. The Warm Fuzzies is super simple. It's everything I've listed so far, and also you get your name on stream after our weekly regular sessions. Every session. And our undying love. And finally, the most epic of all Patreon tiers. Drum roll, please! The Lore Master. This ultimate and final tier gets you first look access at all of the content going into our upcoming, official, Open for Adventure campaign setting. Lore, maps, monsters, items, dungeons, dragons. Go ahead, have a look around, make yourself at home, and consider becoming a patron to help us make this fantasy world a little bit closer to reality.
Oh, hi! My name is Express Love. I'm the Senmarian god of coffee. Did you know that in Senmaria, every cup of coffee is made with found familiar coffee beans, that's canon. In San Mario, every cup of coffee is good coffee because it's made with love by Found Familiar. Did you know that every bag of Found Familiar coffee features artwork from incredible members of the tabletop gaming community? That's canon. Each blend and roast of Found Familiar coffee features cool D&D names like Thieves' Cant, Face Step, and Pact Magic. In San Mario, every royal meeting that Ray attends features the Cartographer's Blend, a brew of coffee made by Found Familiar in conjunction with Devon Rue. Now that's canon. Found Familiar coffee. Buy it today.
Oh baby, I love your madness. It's so incredibly beautiful. Oh, you shine like gold, so selfless to all, and wild like an animal. Some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know and give me your freedom. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. The limit of love is endless, I know. Just do what you want with me. Yeah, I want it all. Could care less the cost. I give you my everything. Some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know and give me your freedom. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. And give me your freedom. Whoa, yeah, to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. Oh baby, I love your madness. It's so incredibly beautiful. Oh, you shine like gold, so selfless to all, and wild like an animal. me to pieces. Yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. Oh, baby, I love your madness. It's so incredibly beautiful. Oh, you shine like gold, so selfless to all, and wild like an animal. Some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know, and give me your freedom. Whoa, you love me to pieces. Yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. Life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces. Yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. The limit of love is endless. I know. Just do what you want with me. Yeah, I want it all. Could care less the cost. I give you my everything. Some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know, and give me your freedom. Whoa, you love me to pieces. Yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. Life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces. Yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium.
And we're live, and you're not muted anymore.
Oh, yeah? We do a test of that?
Sure?
I don't know.
Mindy. We're live now. It's fine. Pinky up. No, I just, Lord knows. Don't be throwing any shade that's not there, sir. Mr. Goat, I see you. All right.
Sorry, that's the Thursday stream.
You know,
Sir?
it's honestly possible for any stream.
On Thursdays,
So-
we throw shade.
That's
Sometimes
true.
literally.
Oh, gosh. Okay, so for those of us who maybe were not here when we started or when we ended, our very, very professional group of seasoned mercenaries have been sent on assignment to go investigate some alleged giant wasps. They entered the city, town, I wouldn't even call it a town, of Sweetwater. And, alright, let me just, meet. Nope. I'm figuring this shit out slowly, sometimes repeatedly. It's fine. And they meet Mr. Bill O'Kagan, and they enter his cellar, his root cellar, by force, even though permission was granted. It's fine. They find a cellar full of potatoes and a couple other things. And in their searching, Lunshu was very clever and decided to move some bookshelves around, and in the process was almost stabbed in the face by a giant wasp stinger. Quick thinking on Giovanni's part, set the wasp mostly on fire, and they now find themselves in a very large, very old tunnel, heading towards very, very, very loud buzzing. I believe, if I wrote everything down correctly, the walking order is Izan, 15 feet in front, with a net, prepared
And
to...
rope.
With a net and a rope, prepared to do what he must to find his next mount, hopefully. River, bow out, arrow drawn, 15 feet back. Followed by Lunshu, Giovanni, and Tilkarin is behind Giovanni, just kind of, keeping an eye out. As you all continue down this very dark, a little bit damp, dusty tunnel, the buzzing is very loud, but you can't quite tell if it's loud because it's close up, or if it's loud because it's echoing down a very concentrated area. What do you do as you walk? Noted.
I'm not sure that's going to work. And in fact, right now, I think best thing to do is have Izan's back, and I will stow my war pick and draw my heavy crossbow, which is probably about as big as I am. Yeah.
Okay.
But I will have it ready for launching. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I know this is gonna screw with a bit of yours as vision down here, but I can't see shit. So I'm gonna create some dancing lights to kind of go down the line of people there.
Okay. Do you do dancing lights above Izan, or do you send some in front of Izan?
I'm gonna do them. I'm not gonna do them up high. I'm gonna do them at like my height. So for the tall people, like waist level. So they just kind of like floating beside. Not trying to like completely backlight him to make him a big target, but I'm not exactly opposed to it.
Okay. All right.
Izan has made himself enough of a target. Let's be real.
Izan, do me a favor and make a perception check.
Okay.
Because you are keeping an eye out.
For them wasps.
For your new best friend.
That is only an 8.
Izan hears the buzzing. Izan knows the wasps are here. Izan does not see the wasps, however, but Izan knows. No, the wasps are there.
I know. Izan knows.
All right.
Izan knows. No.
So, you are traveling. Other than the dancing lights and the readied weapons, you do walk. All right. Izan, you have advantage. Thank you, Quinn. Is there anything else you are doing? You have been walking for about 30 seconds since Giovanni lit the dancing lights. Maybe 45. It's been almost a minute of walking. As you continue, Izan, you're keeping an eye out. River, you're keeping an even better eye out. Lunshu, doing a pretty good job too. Keep it up. And River, you actually see it first. You see movement in some of the shadow that is thrown by the dancing light next to Izan.
Next to?
Yes. Well, the movement is not next to Izan. The movement is about 30 feet ahead of Izan.
Okay. I will. I just see movement. That's all. No shape. No nothing. Just something is there.
No. You hear buzzing, but you've been hearing buzzing
Okay.
since you entered
Yeah,
the tunnel.
Give a loud whisper. Izan, hold. Don't know if she heard that. Anyway, Izan, hold.
Izan will stop.
Okay.
Izan has enough passive perception to hear when he is being called to.
Okay. And then
Mm-hmm.
bow at the ready, arrows back, and I'm trying to get a lock on whatever it is.
I hold up. Izan holds up his net.
All right, so you do see movement, and now Izan, that like you know that there's something, and you're looking. Since you are closer, you are able to see that this is a wasp, and it is buzzing, but it is kind of flying into the wall. A little bit. It's trying to fly like it is a giant wasp. It is very large. It is very large, Izan. But if you decide to get closer, you will notice that this one seems to be the one that was lit on fire just a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Some of the face that you can see, you can see the right side of it because it's trying to go into that wall. It's like bumbling around. Part of the face is scorched, and most of that right side. The wings are still functioning. Legs aren't great. Looks a little damaged. But it's just trying to go further into the dark, but is only really going into the wall.
Izan needs a fresh wasp for a mount. Izan does not want a damaged mount. Izan will attack with River.
Well, before I let loose, I actually want to use an action to use my hunter sense on this wasp to learn whether or not it has any damage immunities, resistance, or vulnerabilities. And if they are a creature, it's here. And what they are. If the creature is not hidden from divine magic.
Okay. You learn not a lot.
Okay.
Because the giant wasp is not, in fact, vulnerable or it's a bug.
Perfect.
It does, however, seem to be shielded from divination magic.
Okay.
Hey, at the or before they attack, would it be possible for me to kind of like walk up and just kind of tap Izan on the shoulder and be like, hey, why don't you try talking to it again and see what that does? And I'm going to cast tongues on Izan.
Really?
Does tongues work for animals? If not, get it for now.
It is a creature. Any creature that knows at least one language. Does bee count as a language? I don't know, but you're going to find out.
This is not the bee movie. This wasp will not fall in love with a florist. Okay? But...
Oh, you're smart, Gio. Whether it works or not, Izan walks up to the bee.
I just have this dumbfounded look on my face as the arrow's there, and it's like, what are you...
Hail, wasp.
Are you saying this or are you buzzing this?
Well, did you explain what you did, Gio?
You should be able to talk to anything now. I'm pretty sure it'll understand you if you just try reasoning with it. Maybe we won't have to kill it. This should be fun. Oh my god, can't believe I'm doing it. Yeah, just go ahead, Izan. This should be good.
I start off saying hail, and then I switch to bzzz.
Okay.
I believe that is traditional greeting.
Well, whatever you said got its attention. Whether or not you mentioned its mother, irrelevant. It's the hail, it kind of pauses from like trying to go nowhere. And once you start buzzing, after you get past the clause with the mother and start talking about the sister, the wasp, whether or not it actually understands you, irrelevant, starts flying directly at you.
Let go of the arrow.
All right, make an attack.
20 something.
That definitely hits. Go ahead and roll some damage for me.
Come here, baby. Come here. Come here.
That's. It's only going to be 7.
Only 7. Well, guess what? Had exactly 7 hit points thanks to that bonfire. So, Giovanni, you're just watching and enjoying the show. Exactly what you thought was going to happen happened. Izan, you're here expecting to have a conversation. And you never actually get to find out if the wasp was going to respond to you or not. Because as it turns towards you, it gets maybe an inch or two in your direction before an arrow very solidly pierces the I don't know, bug anatomy, it's fine. I'm not going to try it. The chest region of said giant wasp. And it falls to the ground and starts twitching and curling up on itself.
Izan will try when Izan finally catches one.
All of you notice that about 10 seconds after this giant wasp is shot through the chest, it shrinks back down to a normal wasp.
I was kind of waiting to see if you said it shrinks into a child, but I'll take normal loss.
Yeah, I was worried about the same thing for a moment.
I'm reversing it, rewinding. It's definitely a child.
I'm pleasantly
Like to
surprised.
I feel bad now.
It's a tiny wasp.
I would like to investigate where it was trying to go in the wall, because that's probably mini wasp size.
All right. As you go investigate the wall, that wasp hadn't been there for too long because y'all had just burned it with a bonfire. You do see that there is a very small hole in the general vicinity. You don't hear any specific buzzing from it, but there is a very small hole. That's probably where it was trying to go. There is still lots of buzzing in the distance. Very loud buzzing in the distance.
What are the walls made of?
Rock and dirt. It just looks like something had tunneled through it.
Okay. I'm going to pick up a handful of dirt that's in the just laying around, and I will essentially stuff it into that hole. Because obviously one normal-sized wasp came through. So that could happen again.
Is my arrow retrievable?
Yes.
Perfect.
The arrow did not shrink with the that would just be weird.
Is there bug juice on the arrow?
Yes.
I'm gonna smell it. I'm gonna take a sniff. Does it have anything? Does it have anything non-insect normal to a scent to it or anything?
Make an investigation check since you are deliberately looking.
Okay.
As you are sniffing your arrow, Izan hears that bugs are great protein.
That's a 16.
You sniff it. You sniff it very, very, very intently. Look for all the different aromas. Smells like a bug.
Okay.
Yep. I mean, a lot of bug,
Yes.
but a bug.
A bug.
Izan, do you dispose of the evidence?
Bug is already dead.
It's true. They are great sources of protein, though.
But I'm not gonna. Izan's not gonna eat it. Izan is
Just
here
check.
to get a mount and destroy giant wasps.
Just
not
a
small
check.
wasps.
Just check.
No.
That's fine. Okay. There is still very, very loud buzzing in the distance. It seems that if this was not the only wasp in the tunnel. Do you continue? All
Got
right.
one. We got to get the whole hive. Yeah.
All right.
It's a
So
good shot, by the way, River. Nice eye. Good reaction. I was waiting to see what would happen. I'm glad that you took the initiative.
River is a well-known fighter in the battalion.
As you say,
Action. Okay.
it's good stuff.
all right. As you guys continue down this tunnel that is not. We're gonna do this one instead. Because I'm super good at music. Neep, neep, neep. This is gonna go much better next time. Can I already tell you? So, is it the same marching order?
Yeah.
All right. As you continue down with the dancing orbs happening, Izan, net at the ready, everyone else prepared for whatever might happen. The buzzing just gets louder and louder and louder. This tunnel doesn't seem to have changed. In fact, it seems kind of monotonous now that you've left the now very tiny wasp behind. But the buzzing just keeps getting louder and louder and louder until it's almost, you can almost feel it because the sound is so loud and is echoing and reverberating on itself off of this tunnel. You can feel it. And Izan, you see them first. You see 4 giant wasps just kind of hovering around at this, it almost seems like a juncture once you get there, since you are the one closest. The light plays off of the walls, and from what you can see beyond the wasps, it seems like someone almost, I don't know, seems like there's a room a little bit bigger, maybe a cavern, not sure, maybe a nest. It's definitely not more of the same tunnel. And there are also 4 giant wasps. Was there anything you would like to do? You have about 10 seconds.
Lasso one with the net. Get within 5 feet and throw it.
Okay, are you going sneaky?
Yes.
Okay. Are you leaving the ball of light behind you?
Yes.
Alright, roll a stealth check.
I'm gonna ready an acid splash for backup.
That's only an 11.
You have advantage if you'd like to use it.
I do. Thank you for reminding me. I'm holding them in my hand.
Well, as Ron's doing that, I'd like to use my Slayer's mark and mark the one that he's going towards.
Okay.
I got a 12.
You got a 12. Well, let's see. Just, can God bless America. All right, we're going to go to this one. Son of a gun. All right, let me see just how good these giant wasps are. That's a natural 19. As you get closer to these wasps, you think you're crouched low, you got everything ready, you are in like Mission Impossible mode, sneaking around, except there are six dancing light balls behind you, kind of silhouetted against the light, and the wasps definitely notice you, and I need everyone to roll for initiative, please.
Buzz.
That would be a 12.
Using my DM dice, don't hate me. All right. Who got above a 20? Oh, that's really loud. Oh, sorry. I'm not looking at the screen. I'm looking at the music because it hates me. Ooh. Okay. Who got above a 20? Nobody. Okay. Y'all have another advantage. Thank you. Who, if anybody would like to use it now, go ahead. Otherwise, who got above a 15? All right, Izon.
16.
Okay. All right. Wasps are going first. Oh, I forgot to roll for my own character. It's fine. She did not roll as well. All right. Who got above a 10?
I got a 10.
A 10. Okay, that counts.
I got a 12.
12. Okay. Anybody else? Okay. All right. It's fine.
Run.
It's
Got a
fine.
5.
5. Okay. So, we have River. Oh God, I forgot that my ranger has obnoxiously high initiative. All right, Zakir, because she's here. She's just letting y'all do your thing. She's already been paid. It's fine.
I forgot she was here.
All right. River, Tilkaran. All right. Lunchu, what did you get?
7.
7. All right. And then, Wizard.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
I had an acid splash ready just in case that interaction went bad.
You did?
Can I hit a couple of them or try to before initiative goes off?
Absolutely, you can.
Yay.
All right.
I'm going to aim it. I was going for essentially the center of the grouping of them.
Okay, we will be naming them Wasp 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 and 2 are closest to you. 3 and 4 are behind them.
So the acid splash goes off between 1 and 2, we'll say.
Okay.
So make a dex save.
Dex save.
Yeah.
Got it.
Wait, are they within 5 feet of each other? I should ask.
Yeah. They're generally cycling around, flying and whatnot. So yes. You said dex save?
Yeah. C14.
Well, that's a failure of the first one. Ooh. Second one passes.
Okay. Nothing happens to the second one, but the first one takes 6 acid damage.
6 acid damage. Hot diggity damn. All right.
Yeah. That's it.
All right. Perfect. Hang on. Sorry. I need to clarify something real quick. So, your acid splash goes off right as these wasps focus in on Izon. There's a hissing sound as one gets almost like the entire left side of its body is covered in the acid, and it's steaming a little bit. It's a little scary. It is not enjoying it or having a good time.
But it's a beautiful, vibrant blue.
Ah, okay. Okay. Looks very nice in against the backdrop of the dancing lights. The wasps will go first. And as they go first, why does this happen? As they go first, the first wasp goes straight for Izan, and is going to make a sting attack against you.
AC 16.
16. So, does that mean I hit?
Meet it beats it.
Yeah. That's what I thought. My brain works. I play D&D. All right, so you're going to get a whopping... Oh, max damage. 8 points of damage.
Ow.
From the sting attack. You notice that the second wasp, the one that was damaged, actually disappears from view entirely.
Like it moves back, or it just disappears?
Just disappears. Wasp number 3 is going for the shiny blue acid. But it's no, it's got a fly range of 50 feet, so it's going to make a sting attack at Tilkarin.
Did it fly toward Tilkarin?
It did.
As a reaction, I would like to toss my net at it. As
Okay.
it tries to go by.
We'll say I am in the back.
That's fair.
I don't have proficiency in
The nets. All right.
Just
Let's just roll a d20 and see where the dice goes.
Dex or strength?
Dexterity.
Sure, I can do that. That is a 17.
Okay. So, as this wasp, you got me doing it now, as this giant wasp zooms past you with the intention of going towards the group in general, because you're right, Tilkarin, you were back in the back. You toss this net gladiator style, and the wasp flies directly into it. And as the weighted ends of this net collect around the back end of it, the wasp actually falls to the ground and rolls because it cannot keep up its momentum because everything is restrained inside of the net. I'm gonna make one strength check to see if it busts out. That is a 14, and I'm gonna say that it does not.
Oh.
I'm gonna say that it does not. And you can see it shaking and like quivering and like trying to do something. And it's not able to, so it's just buzzing really, really, really angrily in the center of the tunnel. Yeah. The fourth wasp. Alright, I'm gonna make a mark next to that one. That one, wasp number 3, is down for the count currently. Wasp number 4 is going to do what a wasp does, and it's going to charge. Izan, you are first. You are first in line. It is going to try and get you. We'll see if it works.
Fair.
It's not going to work. It's 10. You have your best friend now. You have your new best friend. Yeah. You are not about to lose it. Not about to lose it at all. So, we have 2 wasps that are near Izan. We have 1 wasp that is completely missing. And we have a 3rd wasp that is... 4th wasp, I can count. Under net. Unhappy. Izan, what are you
Are
doing?
they in melee range, or are they, or no? The 2 wasps.
Yes.
I will take out my quarterstaff, and I will start smacking bees.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
That is a 17.
That hits.
That is 10 damage.
All right, 10 damage against the first wasp, correct?
Yes.
All right.
Still up.
Yes.
Smack again.
Okay.
That is a 7.
Does not hit.
Unarmed strike.
Go ahead.
Crit.
Roll for damage.
12.
That does hit, and like a little crazy ball of stick feel buzzy fury, the wasp doesn't does not stand a chance. Does not stand a chance. Thank you. And that wasp goes down. And as it goes down, it too shrinks. It also shrinks. All right, next up is Zakir. Zakir has her bow out. And she's just gonna it's a giant wasp. It's fine. She's gonna hold an attack action for if a wasp actually gets like within range of her. You guys got it.
I forgot they were here.
That was what they wanted you to think. All right, River. We have
Okay.
injured wasp, uninjured wasp. Sorry. We have injured wasp, missing wasp, and captured wasp.
Right. Well, that's pretty simple then. There's only one to shoot at. I will move my Slayer's Prey ability with my bonus action to the one wasp that is still flying around and not trapped in a net. And yeah, arrow number 1.
All right, fire away.
That is 9 plus something. That is AC 18.
Okay, you hit.
That is 13 points of damage.
All right. Still up.
Second arrow comes out of the quiver into the knock, back, pull, release.
All right.
That does not get that die. That is 23
That hits.
for 8 points of damage.
And almost like you're like, this is what you do for a living. You take that second wasp down, nice and neat. Both arrows are within 2 inches of each other as they strike. And this wasp falls to the ground, crumples up, and shrinks. All right, Tilkarin. You have caught wasps, 2 dead wasps, and a missing wasp.
Well, it looks to me as if someone is making these wasps mighty big. I wonder who that could be. Actually, not at all worried about any of the stuff happening here anymore. They obviously have it covered. So I'm actually gonna start continuing down the corridor.
Okay. How far down into the corridor do you go?
Not too far. I'm still staying with the group as a general thing, but I'm obviously ready to move. I kind of like go forward a little bit, wait for everybody to follow.
Okay. Okay. Lenshu.
Okay. After every shot River takes, I give you a compliment on your hunting skills. You're quite the expert shot. I was waiting to see how you would handle it, so I just let you shoot your arrows first. And I see our other friend is walking down the tunnel, and the net's on top of the other one. And I'm not really sure what to do at this point. Izan, you wanted to capture that wasp, yeah?
Yeah.
Was that just to make it so it was easier to kill? Or what?
Isan wanted to ride it.
Okay, I'll leave you to that. I don't think it's gonna work out so well for you, but good job, good luck, and I will. I want to listen and see if I can hear the invisible buzzing noise, or the buzzing noise of an invisible wasp.
Okay. It's not hard. You definitely still hear buzzing.
I'd like to try and shoot in the direction of the buzzing.
Okay.
Even though it's invisible. Don't know how that's gonna work, but we'll try it.
Okay. So, what's your passive perception?
14?
14. One thing that you notice about this buzzing is that it's not that the buzzing is near you, but there is more buzzing coming from the room that you can now more clearly see.
Okay. Great. I will rush ahead.
Okay.
And leave you to your friend, and I will follow after Tilkarine them.
All right.
No anything.
You want what?
No attacks, unless I suppose I can hold an attack in case a bee comes out. But
Sure. Yeah.
that'll be it for me.
All right. So, as you and Tilkarin go through this area that you were fighting the wasps in, you do see that this tunnel has been expanded. Does not look like it was expanded by whatever built the tunnel. And it is actually a very large cavern. And it seems to be some sort of workspace. That's all you can really get in the quick 6 seconds that you guys dash through. Giovanni, it's your turn.
All right, so we got one that's in a net, we got two that are dead, and one that's MIA. So every time we kill one of these things, it kind of shrinks. Have I seen that kind of magic before?
Make an Arcana check.
Let's do that. Let's make that an Arcana check. Ooh, that's a 25.
So, first thought is, obviously, oh, son of a gun. I hate when this happens. First thought, obviously, is that it's an enlarge spell. Like, it's gotta be. But, you know that enlarged spells only last for so long? And turning, a tiny creature, into a medium-sized beast? Like, same thing, technically speaking, but it's not within the parameters of the spell as you know it. But it's definitely something of that type, for sure. Yeah. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
Yeah, that's some good work there. We should probably just move forward, unless we're gonna sit here and watch Izan try to ride that thing, which I'm pretty sure is gonna be pretty entertaining in itself. But we do have a job to do, and I really want to go back and get drunk. So I mean, whatever you guys really want to go and do, I mean, it's fine. And I'm done with my turn.
Well, that brings it to the Wasp's turn. And, River, you, get attacked by this giant wasp that just kind of suddenly shows up next to you.
Rude.
Yeah, just kind of suddenly shows up. When there's a 19 to hit you,
Yes.
I'm going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah. 9.
Ooh. Okay, so you take 5 points of piercing damage,
Ow.
and then you take 26 points of poison damage.
Ow.
as this wasp stinger grazes you and it gets you in the hip. And like you've been stung by a wasp before, you would assume it would hurt, especially a gigantic wasp sting. What you are not considering is this burning sensation that reaches out from your hip, down your leg, across your torso, up to your shoulder, and through your arm, of just searing pain. And if you look at the wasp does not look like the other wasps that you have been fighting. So, you hear more buzzing in the distance. And, who was it? It was Lunshu and Tilkarin. You start to see more movement from the darker corners of this very large cavern coming towards you, and a handful of them disappear. All right, Izan, your turn.
I'm not next to River, right? I
don't think so, no.
Hearing probably the crunch of like the splurching through skin and stuff for River, I will turn around and I will start, my hands will glow all bright light, and I'm going to shoot off these laser fists at the wasp that attacked River.
Oh.
He's on here is to kill bugs. And I'm going to attack. I am going to use the auto crit I got on the first one.
Beautiful.
So I'll do that
Okay.
first. So I have to go back to my attack screen.
Okay.
That is 9 radiant damage.
Okay.
Second attack is a 19.
Okay.
Which is 10 damage.
Beautiful.
Then I'm going to use a key point and do Flurry of Blows, which I still can do with my Sunbolts.
Go for it.
21 higher than 20.
Yes.
And higher than 20.
Okay, both hit.
9 damage for that first one. Wait, no, sorry, it was...
Was it more than 6?
Yeah, it was more than 6.
It's dead. It's dead. In fiery righteous fury.
Leave River alone.
As you are pummeling this wasp, you start shedding light of your own, and it almost is brighter than the dancing lights around you as you leave glowing marks in this wasp, and you actually do a pretty sick uppercut. And with that final uppercut, the wasp actually careens backwards and lands on the ground before it starts twitching and then shrinks down.
I'd give you a rude... Izan would give you a rude gesture, but that's not nice.
All right. Would you like to do anything else with your turn, Izan?
I'm going to follow after Tilkarin and Lunshu.
I like it. Okay. Zakir is a little concerned by the whatever the frick frack paddywhack happened with River and that one wasp, and is going to advance up to you, River, and put a hand on your shoulder and ask you, "Are you okay?"
No! As my throat is probably starting to swell shut a little bit from that much poison entering my system, my hip is probably going to the size of a grapefruit at this moment. I'm going to put one hand on it, squeeze incredibly hard as I cast protection from poison on myself to neutralize this.
Okay. She's going to clap you on the shoulder and say, "I have potions if you need them."
I reach for one at this moment.
Okay, she will pass you a regular potion of healing. And and it is your turn next. So between the and it's a bonus action to give yourself a potion because come on.
I will, after casting the spell and everything, I will take it. I will drink it, and that's 2d4 plus 2, correct?
I believe so.
That's a 3. That's a 2. Whatever. 5, 7 points back. Yay.
Beautiful. Are you going to use any of your movement?
I will. Everyone else start moving ahead, huh?
Yes.
I will pick up my bow at this moment, and I will halfway limp up, about 25 feet up, catching up with him, because I'm probably limping horribly at this particular moment while the swelling goes down.
All right. Perfect. So, that means it is Tilkarn's turn.
So, you said that how many of them came up and just disappeared?
It was hard to tell. Definitely seems like there was more. Not necessarily a lot.
Is there still a lot of buzzing coming from that area?
Significantly less now. Significantly less. That's not the right one. You saw this with your half-elf eyes. You would guesstimate that there was probably 3 more. It seemed like a lot more because of the shadows that were cast by the dancing lights. But you would say probably about 3, but you could only see one of them at the moment.
So Karin wants to go into the middle of where she thinks all of them are.
Okay.
And as I run in, you start hearing chant in Draconic, and the scales around her arms begin to glow brighter and brighter green.
Okay.
And she casts Sword Burst as everything within a 5-foot radius of me needs to make a dex save or take 2d6 force damage.
Beautiful. Okay.
As the spell completes, the scales essentially fly out from her body in every direction as like little shards of light.
Beautiful.
We're going for it.
All right. Well, that's a failure for 1. What was the DC for the...
14?
14? Nope, that's a 13. All right, we got a 6 and a 13. So, 2 of the 3 wasps were in 5 feet of you. 1 visible, the other one not. So go ahead and roll your damage.
That's what I was hoping for. Oh, hey, that was really good damage. That's 10 acid damage.
Beautiful.
Yes. And then as my bonus action, the shards kind of contract and disperse into almost a mist, and it's like a golden mist as she casts Misty Step to go 30 feet back behind the rest of the group.
Okay.
Because she's a smart cookie and she's not staying in the middle.
Beautiful. Okay.
That's my turn.
Well done.
Thanks.
All right. So, okay. So the wasp that you can see is not doing great. Not doing great at all. Shoot. And the wasp that you couldn't see, you know you hit. You know you hit. Next up after Tilkarn is Lunshu. You saw the same thing that Tilkarn did. That there are roughly 3, but you can only see one of them now. Then you saw Tilkarn do some pretty awesome shit.
Nope. Seeing the sword burst and the lovely light show, and then Tilkarn jumps back, I'll just turn around real quick and look over my shoulder and say, "Hey, do you think there's more than just the one? I am not really sure." Okay, doing great. This is a good time as any for it, and while I hold my crossbow, I inhale really deeply, and I release my cone of cold breath into the air, centered on the one bee that I can see. It's a 15-foot cone, and everyone will have to make a Constitution save against it.
Okay.
The save is 13.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not sure who else I'm hitting, but you know, it's the risk you take with invisible bees.
It's true. It is a risk that you must take. All right. So the visible wasp fails. Invisible wasp succeeds. Third wasp, you don't know.
Oh no. Great. The failure.
Is it more than 3?
Yeah, it's 9.
He did. Shriveled up and shrank.
And let's see. Do I roll once and then everyone takes that damage, or do I roll everyone individually? I never.
I would just roll once.
Okay. Then the other will take 4.5.
4.5.
Rounded up. Is it 5?
Yeah. Which is
Perfect.
coincidentally exactly what you needed for that one too.
Wonderful. So, if I may,
Absolutely.
I breathe in, and I think of the cool chill of the northern seas, and I exhale, and a fell breeze comes out of my tiny little lungs, and you can kind of see this wisp of snow almost, with a little bit of glint as it glimmers from the dancing lights, and the bees that are caught in it kind of slowly crystallize, like turkey that's been held in the freezer for too long, and they crash into the ground and shatter into pieces of ice.
Beautiful. If you were to inspect that ice later, you would see that there will be teeny tiny, itty bitty pieces of wasp in each of the small pieces of ice. Okay. Giovanni. It's your turn.
Okay, so with that one down, can I see any of the wasps? Are there any left?
You
Are they
cannot see
invisible?
any of them. No.
All right, so, and the one that got the drop on river, that one was like a big. It was a different one, right? It was like really scary.
It seemed to be almost a different shade. It's kind of hard to see, with the lights and the shadows and everything. It gets a little strobe lighty sometimes in this tunnel, depending on who's doing what. But it definitely seemed different.
All right, I'm gonna take my hand. I'm gonna reach back. Hey, wait. What? Oh, she is not back there anymore. All right, so I'm just gonna jog back a little bit. I don't want to be this close. It's like okay, and then it's like all right, and I'm gonna just gonna open my perception, and I'm gonna wait for that scary one to come back, and I'm gonna hold a spell for it.
All right, holding a
I'm gonna
spell.
jog about 20 feet back.
About 20 feet back. Got it. Okay. It is now the wasp's turn. And eeny, meeny, miny, Lunchu, it's very strange because you just did this magnificent ice breath. Not 2 wasps out in 1 hit. Like, well done. And then this giant wasp appears right in front of you. There is no frost, no nothing. And it goes to stab you.
Is that the special wasp?
It is the special wasp.
I would like to seize my action.
Okay.
I'd be like, hey, wasp! I'd stab you, but I don't want to get blood on the floor, and I will cast Mind Spike.
Mind Spike.
Mind Spike. I will reach into the mind of this wasp,
and
it must make a Wisdom saving throw of DC 15.
15. All right, DM dice. Let's do this. They're not. It's a 4.
Okay, that's excellent. It takes 11 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
And I always know where it is, even if it's invisible. It can't get away from me while it's alive. Always
Okay.
know where it is.
All right. What if it leaves this plane of existence?
Da, da, da. Location. You always know the target's location until the spell ends, but only while the two of you are on the same plane of existence. Damn
Okay.
it. Well, fine then.
That's fine. All right. So, 11 points of damage to this wasp. Lenshu, as it appears in front of you, Giovanni says his very clever words, and this wasp, like, crinkles in on itself and then expands and goes to hit you. Does a 14 hit you? Well, ding dang dong. So, it misses. The contraction of pain caused by Giovanni gives you plenty of time to be able to be like, it's gonna stab me. So, it misses you. And it already appeared, so it cannot disappear again this turn. So instead, it's going to fly away from you very fast. You do get an attack of opportunity if you like.
I would like. That would be quite great. I'm gonna go ahead
By all means.
and use my reaction for that.
Okay.
And
Check this out.
Let's go ahead and I mean I'm holding my crossbow. I suppose that's the best I can do at this point. I think I would also like to I'd like to do a menacing attack with it.
Okay.
So when I hit with a weapon attack, let's roll with that. Oh, I'd like to use one of my 2 advantages.
Go ahead.
Because that was a bait. Oh, that's the same one. I'd like to use my last one.
Go
because
ahead.
That's the same number. Oh, that somehow. All right, maybe will work.
There's a lot of dice where you are currently staying. If you need to branch out.
Not the dice, it's them, I promise you.
It's true. With a crossbow for my attack, that is only a 10.
Does not hit.
That's fine.
Does the wasp fly by anyone else to get an attack of op?
Is anyone by Lunshu?
I followed Lunshu until Karin.
It is going past Lunshu at like perpendicular. So we'll say that by that point you've gotten up to them. So go ahead. Might as well. Let's give it a whirl.
I would like to punch with my fist.
Please do.
That is a 16.
That hits.
I punch this wasp, and getting the momentum, I jump up really hard to punch it, and I'm also going to use my Fury of the Small ability, because it's bigger than me, to do an extra 5 damage on this thing.
Please do.
14 damage.
That wasp is down for the count. How would you like to do that?
It's kind of gross, but my fist goes right through its head. It's kind of stuck.
Disgusting? Satisfying. With that, you are out of combat. There is no more movement in this cavern. What would you like to do?
Whimper in pain a little bit longer, but feel better.
Fair.
I'll take out a potion and hand it to River.
I will.
It's another regular healing
Regular
potion.
one. I will gladly accept it and chug a lug. 2, 3, 5, another 7.
Yep. Crossbow, I think you're going away for the rest of forever. And I tuck it on my back. And I will light a torch because, dancing lights are great, but if we're taking out bees, and if they have a nest, probably be best to light it up, as it were. So now I have torch.
All right.
And this is a big room, you said, ye?
It is.
How's everyone doing? Looking around?
I'm gonna
What's,
start investigating the workshop area.
Yeah, what's in this room here?
All right, everybody, just roll general investigation for me. Let's see what y'all see.
Let's see.
Ooh.
5.
Nah.
You see bug goo all over your hand.
18.
Okay.
6.
You also see the bug goo. It's not great.
I got
Is
a
that-
30-20.
Hey, and Lunchu?
I also got a 6.
Okay. So it's not hard to see, but in one corner there is a massive wasp nest. Massive. Anyone that's seen a real wasp nest, though, would notice that there are no eggs. There are no eggs in this wasp nest. It's just a really, really big wasp nest that seems to be empty now, thanks to you guys. River and Tilkarin, as you see the wasp nest, you're like, yeah, it's empty, it's fine. As you continue to look around the cavern, on the other half of the cavern is what is clearly some sort of magical workshop.
Totally into it.
Okay.
Let's go take a
We're
look.
looking at everything.
All right. Zakir she has not entered the cavern. She stayed in the tunnel. You know, she's like, don't forget the nest. And then we could leave.
Hey, Tokarin. You thinking what I'm thinking?
There's got to be some good research from that too.
Oh, I was saying it's time for a bonfire for that nest, but you know, whatever. I mean,
Oh, well, that too.
I
Yes, we
approve.
will. And Tulkarin actually just kind of waves her hand. The scales once again line up a little bit. This time more as a fire, and it kind of jumps from her hand to create a bonfire.
and then you see Giovanni kind of like recreate a small fire in his hand, and then he closes his hand and engulfs it with his hand, and then like the bonfire around hers like erupts even more, and the second bonfire is created.
Oh, I like his style.
It gets very hot, but the wasp nest turns to ash almost immediately. It's very nice, very pretty. Goes up like it is made of paper.
It does.
All right. Are you guys investigating the workspace?
Absolutely.
Very much so.
Alright. Now that you see the workspace, River and Tilkarin, I'll give you go. Everyone can make another investigation roll. River and Tilkarin, if you roll lower than what you got before, we'll just keep the high one. Since everyone is refocused.
We're keeping the high one.
Okay.
As they're looking, Izan's looking around. Billow Kagan's son.
I'm going to use my advantage just because I have it and I want to
Okay.
use it.
Sure. Izan, make
Okay, yeah, we're going to keep that.
We're
20.
here to save you from the wasps.
Okay. Make an investigation check as you go look around for Bill O'Kagan's missing son. Giovanni, are you investigating this magical workspace?
I am. I rolled a 22.
22. Okay. Izan?
22.
I somehow got an 18 with my 8 intelligence.
So you spend quite a while looking around. There are a lot of like nooks and crannies and stuff. Probably some things that other people would find interesting in there, but you do not find any sign of a person. Alive or dead. Nothing. Alright, River, Tilkarin, and Giovanni, as you are investigating this magical workspace, you all rolled really well. And this is kind of y'all's like stuff for the most part. Whoever has been keeping this workspace has been trying to create, giant wasps. And it seems like they are creating them for the express purpose of using them as minions of some sort, as sort of a flying watchdog, if you will. But actual giant wasps are a little too hard to handle, so they're trying to find a way to enlarge regular wasps, to see if they were a little bit easier to manage. And then as you get farther into the notes, they did relatively well with the giant wasps, as you could imagine. So they started delving into different types of wasps, and there were efforts to cross wasps with phase spiders. With mixed successes. And it seems like whoever has been doing this for several years. And the notes speak of other locations. They are not listed by any kind of geographical name, but there seems to be other workshops of a sort, where other projects of a similar type are mentioned. You find some really, really nice paper. You find lots of spell components, all very neatly organized, and a small bag of gold. It's about 20 gold. But whoever has been manning this workspace hasn't been there in probably a couple of days. So, yeah.
Was there any hint to why they haven't been here for a few days? Like any pick up your order of arcane ingredients on Thursday?
Not specifically. There's no pocket calendar sitting up on the desk. They didn't really leave a note. Don't forget, asterisk, asterisk. But from the notes that you find, it seems like whoever is maintaining this place travels quite frequently, back and forth between different stations. An important thing to note is that this cavern is not the end of the tunnel. The tunnel continues through it. It's just looks like someone said this spot's okay and expanded around it. So, yeah.
Do we hear any buzzing at all right now?
You hear angry buzzing from the wasp in the net, but that's about it.
I'm gonna steal all the research notes.
Okay. You steal all the research notes, and you're pretty sure, given enough time, you could make your own giant phase wasp.
Great. That's exactly what Tokarin wants to do with her life.
We can look at those together, right? I mean, I know some people that might pay handsomely for some phase. Well, I mean, we have to make sure this spell doesn't get into anybody else's hands. So you should let me research that.
I think the word you meant was the wrong hands. Yeah.
That is a great point, Giovanni.
Yes,
Could just
and now
burn all
that
the notes
you've
right
made
now, and
it,
no one will have it.
yeah, I was
No,
gonna
no,
say. And now that you've made it, throw them into the fire.
No.
No one needs those abominations, Gio.
It was paid so much money for those abominations. Oh.
I mean, there's a lot of things I would do for money, darling, and releasing those is not one of them.
Your aspirations are clearly not high enough.
Oh,
All
For
right.
some
just
reason,
different.
the thought of high aspirations made me think, how much smoke is filling in this room from the fire?
So the wasp nest went up pretty quickly. There was initially a lot of smoke, but the cavern, it's got open for both. It opens in both directions. So initially the smoke was probably very heavy, and then it's starting to dissipate as gas does, filling. It's still very hazy in this cavern.
Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but we burned the nest, killed the wasps. Unless you all want to go a little further with spelunking, I think job well done. Yeah, team.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they didn't pay us to go spelunking, and we did what we was here for. So
They definitely didn't.
Izan looked very hard for Bilgo Kagan's son, and Izan does not see him.
Shame.
Also, weren't being paid to do that.
It's true. The father didn't seem too concerned about him either, leaving him down here for 3 days.
I mean, after meeting his dad, he probably moved on to greener pastures. Finally went to go do something with his life.
Entirely possible. He took up an internship with this fellow.
So he could be like a wizard's apprentice and be right on his way to, being like a henchman or an underling or something, and he's gonna make something of himself.
Yeah. So Zakir promises to talk to Zillow, Billow Kaggins, for y'all, so you don't have to deal with that. That's actually why she's there, is to make sure that all of the legal things that need to happen do happen. So, is there anything else y'all would like to do in the town of Sweetwater? Or on the way back? Oh, Izan has a thing.
Izan, while we're still underground, Izan is gonna try and ride the wasp.
Okay.
And if it doesn't work, we have to unfortunately finish the job.
Okay.
You need to hit it with a fireball.
If it looks like Izan's gonna die, just kill it.
I just want to say that if I was a bard right now, I would be playing Flight of the Bumblebee.
All right.
Okay, would anybody like to do anything to aid Izan on his quest to gain a wasp mount?
I mean, Izan still has tongues, so can be able to, talk to the wasp and understand what the wasp is saying. If there's like a wasp language, I don't know.
Izan will give you honey and scritches. Buzz.
I want to walk up, put my hand on Izan's shoulder, cast protection from poison, and just step back.
Izan, you have another crit.
I will use it.
This is good. This is all you, buddy. Best of luck.
I will use the auto crit to ride this bee.
Okay. So are we?
Yeah.
So are you attempting to just ride it until it quits? Is that what's happening here?
Izan rides this bee.
Okay.
Probably for a little bit.
Okay.
But then sees Tidbit looking all sad, and also it's not comfortable to sit on a bee. So, Izan jumps off. Izan has to off you now. You did a lot of damage.
I will say, Izan, while you are managing to successfully stay on this bee, it spins around for a few seconds, which is very dizzying. Like you definitely get very dizzy, and then it just shoots off, going straight. And flying is pretty dang cool, Izan. Pretty dang cool.
But no permanent mount for Izan.
Okay. This was just a regular gianted wasp. Doesn't take you long to take care of business. Take it out back.
Bye, old yeller.
Okay. Is there anything else you all would like to do before you head back to Iron Battalion headquarters and collect the other half of your payment? No? All right. In that case...
Actually,
Oh, Giovanni?
but before I left, can I just kind of, take one of those barrels of that potato water with me?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's strong.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm
Not necessarily good, but it is, if you know what I mean.
I do.
Yep. Very effective. Okay.
Boy.
Well, in that case, this concludes the very first session of Iron Battalion. You all have successfully completed your contract, and nobody died. It's amazing. You all get 10 gold, in addition to the 15 that you got beforehand. And if you have any unused crits or advantages, you get to carry those over to your next characters. Please keep track of that, because I am not. Thank y'all for sticking with us through some interesting times. Why don't we go ahead and sign off, starting with Izan.
Hi, I'm Mare. You can find me on Twitter at Archmage of Dice. You can find me here on Thursday evenings at 7 p.m. Central Time on the Invisible Sun campaign playing Alana Albion. On Fridays, you can find me here at 6 p.m. Central, playing in the Elder Scrolls themed Sunsets on Summer, playing Cat. And I will have a one-shot on the 25th of July. That's a Saturday at 10:30 Central Time, set in my homebrew world. That's it.
Fantastic. River?
Hi, I played River. My name is Bob. You cannot find me on Twitter or much any other places on the internet, but you can find me in the Discord. I will be doing Iron Battalion sometime again in the future. And the rest of the time, I will be volunteering my services to various organizations focusing on outdoor skills. And if anyone has any ability to help any organization with the upcoming difficulties getting reorganized and restructured in what they do, I ask you to offer your services to your local libraries, school groups, youth organizations in any way, shape, or form. A lot of us who are trying to organize stuff for the kids have no clue how this computer stuff works. We need your help. If you can, in any way, shape, or form, please offer it as you can. Thank you.
All right. Lunshu.
Oh, hey. My name is Ren, and tonight I played Lunshu, a wonderful Dragonborn fighter. Other days you can find me here on Open for Adventure on the Sunday Friends stream as Devereaux Thistlebrook, a Halfling fighter. There is a little bit of a theme, I guess, in some of my characters, but that's okay. I am also part of the Invisible Sun campaign. They're not a fighter, I swear. You can tune in and see what they're all about next time we play. And I am also a part of a podcast called Roads Uncharted. And we are on your basic streaming services, Spotify, iTunes, and Google Podcasts. Yeah. Give that a listen and a follow if you like what I do. I play a character called 8. Otherwise, I think that's about all I have at the moment. Were we given a favorite part, or are we just moving on?
You know that's an... Yes. What was your favorite part?
That was an or question, and you answered yes.
I stand by my answer.
I'll give my favorite part really quick. My favorite part was the pamphlets, the hidden pamphlets, and how Giovanni handled them.
Great. River?
While the bee rodeo was awesome and going after and on trying to get a mount was great, I really got to say Giovanni likely going blind from drinking Yeah, moonshine, that's probably too strong. I think has great potential for future campaigns.
I like it. Lunchu?
Phew. Favorite part? There were a lot of great things going on. I liked some of the wacky dialogue that we had going on, but probably liked when Giovanni sweet talked the farmer after I smashed his door. It was probably my favorite part.
It's pretty good. It's pretty dang good. Tilkarn?
Hi, I'm Arisavad. I make stuff like hats. You can find me most Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays on Nomadics channel, talking shit and drinking coffee at 9 a.m. Eastern time. It's called Gnome Brew. We have a good time. It's just literally us waking up and bullshitting and talking to people in chat. It's great. It's a
Delightful.
wonderful time. You can find the stuff that I make and all the random stuff that I do at erisavad.com, as well as on my Twitter at eris_savad. And that's all I got for now. Oh yeah, I'm also on Sunday Friends.
What was your favorite part?
Oh yeah. I think my favorite part was Lunshu breaking open the cellar door, even though we had permission and literally could have just opened it, but no, smashed through it. I love it. It was brilliant.
Amazing. Giovanni?
Hey, what's going on there? Hello, I play Giovanni. My name is Tony. You can find me pretty much everywhere on the internet as Cap Lagrange. You can also find me at Dryad Tea under my own tea brand, Lagrange Gray. I'm just going to go ahead and drop a little promotion for that. Yeah, so I'm also playing on Monday nights on Fate's Chosen. I play Atlas, which is a very different character than Geo here. So my favorite part was pretty much Izan. Pretty much all Izan. Like everything that Izan did was pretty much just hilarious and so much fun. So yeah, that's me. Supreme Overlord.
Hi, I'm Kate. You can find me everywhere on the internet at Very Pale Ale, because I am both very white and very bitter. I was the DM for today, the Supreme Overlord, the Wasp Wrangler, the Potato Peeler. Somehow managed to keep this within 3 hours. That's my biggest achievement, my favorite thing for today. You can find me on Mondays. I play Kestra. She's a delight. Such a wonderful character. Everyone loves her. Every Monday. Have been for a long, long time. And this is the beginning. I plan on doing this is open. I plan on continuing to do Open for Adventure. I plan on doing more Iron Battalion one-shots once a month. Kind of happens every once in a while, whenever we can make it work. Like, obviously it took some time to get this one to work, but we got there eventually. So keep an eye out on the Twitter, join us on the Discord, support us on Patreon, because frankly we got some cool stuff in there. And if you like our community, if you like what we do, follow us here, subscribe if you can. If not, that's fine. And join our Discord. Be our friend. Play some D&D with us if you can. You know, that would be great. I need more mercenaries to kill. Pay. Pay.
To do their damn job.
Exactly. We got there eventually. There were a lot of wonderful moments. My favorites, I love Tilkarin's drawl. It's beautiful. And I love how Tilkarin decided that she wanted these things right until Giovanni wanted these things. And nope. Oh, look, they're in the fire. Shame. Bummer. Too bad. I really like that part.
Look.
All right, and we have our warm fuzzies.
Fuzzies. Mindy's being a queen right now. And
An absolute queen. Absolute queen. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. We got
love you, Mindy.
We have the OG O for A babe, Bel Chavez. Woo!
Bel
Been here
Chavez.
since the beginning. We have Andrew, Bay of Gifts, Fellowship of the Tables.
Bay of Gifts.
one of the most remarkable people in our Discord server. We have Mitch D.
Mitch D.
I want to start calling him the king of corruption because that man, that man,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you
That's
can't do
remarkable.
corruption on one shots, Mitch.
Correct.
We have Sev.
Sev.
Woo! Love
Sev.
Sev. Sev is delightful. We have Orion.
Orion.
Ryan Skyseeker. Like, he's so cool. We have Gamer Lives.
Gamer Lives with a 1 and a 3.
Lives.
One more.
1 and a 3. And our newest is Quincy. Welcome to the
Quincy.
team.
Welcome.
All right. That's it. We're done. We're leaving. Have a good night. And
Tight.
Don't let the
as
vape buds bite.
Bye, all.
watch
Thanks
out
for
for
watching.
Don't let
phase
the big
wasps.
wasp bite.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Make
that.
sure your windows are closed, screens are up.
Doesn't
Avoid
matter,
the
they'll
buzzing.
phase through. They'll phase through.
That's true.
Get the bug spray.
That's true.
Not creepy at all.
Have a good night, you guys.
Bye.
Thanks.
Wait, maybe. Hang on. I'm really good at this. I don't know where the credits
You
are.
can do it.
It's fine. We're just gonna end it.
It's
Have a
over
good
there.
night.
It's next to that one.
It's